Guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel and thank you so much for watching today, guys. Thank you, guys. If you are new here, please do not forget, give this video a like button. All right, press the like button and of course subscribe below on the YouTube channel. All right, subscribe below, please. The subscribe button is found beneath this video. Thank you so much for understanding, guys. So today I'm going to be talking about studies in Austria, and I want to talk about another affordable university in Austria, which is called the University of Innsbruck. All right, yes. I know most of us we don't know about this school, but it is a very important university. First, the University of Innsbruck is a public university in Austria. In case you are looking for a public university to study in, this is another one, all right, found in the city of Innsbruck. The second thing you should know about the University of Innsbruck is that it is the third largest university in the entire Austria, behind the University of Graz and Vienna. That is, Vienna is the largest, the University of Graz is the second largest, and Innsbruck is the third on the list. Okay, so this is what you need to know. Again, there are a variety of courses you can study at the University of Innsbruck. Okay, the University of Innsbruck have bachelor's degree programs, they have master's degree programs, they have diploma courses. All right, they also have postgraduate courses as well, so you can check any of these and apply. Now, understand that the tuition fee at the University of Innsbruck is not same 363 euros like in other Austrian universities or public universities. All right, the University of Innsbruck tuition fee is a little higher, and this time we are talking about $1,677 per year. It is per year, but most universities in Austria will charge you per semester. Okay, so that is what you should understand. Now, today I will be talking about requirements to study at the University of Innsbruck. I will be talking about the tuition fee, which I already talked about. Then I'll also be talking about eligibility. Now, I would also talk about some of the programs available in this university without forgetting the residence permit part. But remember that for you to apply for the residence permit to Austria to move to this university to study, you need to first of all have an admissions letter. That is your reason for moving to Innsbruck, Austria to study. So first, we need to start with the eligibility criteria, or let me say, to be eligible to apply for the University of Innsbruck or for a program at the University of Innsbruck. You must meet certain requirements. First of all, remember it is a public university, so Austrian nationals and of course EU nationals and non-EU nationals are also applying. All right, so EU nationals and Austrian nationals don't pay tuition fee, but international students, of course, like me and you, we have to pay tuition fee. Okay, so the requirements for you to meet to study at the University of Innsbruck include, you first of all need your high school certificate. All right, like your WAEC certificate, your O levels and your advanced level certificate. All right, your WESE certificate in case you have but the WESE. And for those who didn't attend high school, there is something called mature. It is written in Ghana. You need that as well. All right, to apply for a bachelor's degree program at the University of Innsbruck. Moving further, if you want to apply for a master's degree program at the University of Innsbruck, you need all these documents I mentioned before, together with your transcript and attestation or certificate from your previous bachelor's degree program, to apply for the University of Innsbruck for any program at the University of Innsbruck. In case you want to go for PhD, know that you will still need all these documents alongside your master's degree transcript and attestation. That is what you should know. Now, the most important part at the University of Innsbruck is that a lot of us, we just choose courses without knowing. Let me draw your attention to the fact that the University of Innsbruck does not have programs taught at the bachelor's level in English language. Probably maybe just one program, just one degree program, all right, taught at the English level, or is taught at the English level at the University of Innsbruck, but all the other programs are taught in the German language. But in this case, remember, you are going to be studying in English language, therefore you need an English proficiency. But if you are going to be studying in the German language, you need your German proficiency to show to the admissions team that you are capable of studying the program in that particular language. Now, let's talk for the case in which you have two languages that are going to be teaching your program. For example, if you apply for civil engineering and you realize that German is 80%, English is 20%, what do you do in this case? I will advise you to just show your German proficiency and sit quiet, because the German is high. For example, if you find German 80%, it means that the proportion of the lectures will be done in German or by Germans. All right, so that is what I mean. Now, these are the eligibility criteria. Sometimes you may find a program that will be asking you for a motivation letter or a statement of purpose or a CV, all right, it is still an additional log for you, or let me say it is still advantage you, because when drafting those documents you need to learn and unlearn, all right. So that is what you should know. Again, understand that the University of Innsbruck, examinations may come in case you are applying for a program that needs an online interview or an online exam. You may do that as the course unfolds or during the application stage, all right. So that is what you should understand. Now, for you to study in Innsbruck, Austria, remember you have to identify a program. All right. Like I said, there are over 65 different programs in this university for bachelor's, master's, and PhD level, and even postgraduate courses. But the most important thing you need to put at the back of your mind is that what is the tuition fee of this university? If you already know the tuition fee, the next thing you need to know is to look at the programs, all right? Look at the deadlines. When is admission starting? When is admission closing? When you have these details now, it is now left for you to go to the programs and check which program can I offer with respect to what I already have. All right, do I meet the requirements? Do I meet the eligibility criteria? If yes, you can now start the application. But first of all, let me draw your attention to the fact that there are two intakes at the University of Innsbruck. There is the summer intake and there is the winter intake. Remember, the winter intake of 2022-2023 is in October. The summer semester of 2023 is next year, January, February, March upward. Now, for you to apply at the University of Innsbruck, all right, remember there is an online application for bachelor's, diplomas, master's program without selection procedure. Selection procedure and without selection procedure are two different things, all right. Make sure you select which one you are looking at. Now, for you to apply for this first online application with a selection procedure for summer, because right now as I speak, you cannot apply again for winter 2023. You can only apply for summer 2023, and the last day to apply for summer 2023 is March 31st. That is what you should know. Now, remember again that there is an application period for non-EU citizen and stateless person, and of course there is an admissions period for master's degree programs, and the admissions period for most master's programs is from 11/7/2022 till, so which means that if you are watching me, understand that around the 11th of July, that should be July, right? Number 7 is July, so you have to apply for your master's degree program from July to the 10th, all right? That way you can easily study. But remember, this can only be available or opportune. This can only be effective in case you do not have admissions procedure. I hope you understand, because the deadline is pretty close. Now, there is also a registration date, all right, and there are teaching and examination periods. So I will urge everyone to check this site to know, all right. For those who intend to start their studies by summer 2023, admissions open sometimes around January 2023, all right. So that is what you should pay attention to. Now, to further push out the details, let me also make you understand that, remember I said there are various programs, study programs at the University of Innsbruck. All right, it's either you can study a bachelor's degree program, a diploma, a master's degree program, or a teaching training, or a doctoral program. All right, and out of all these study opportunities, we have like 65 different programs, 162 different programs. Sorry. Now, let's look at some of the bachelor's programs at the University of Innsbruck. Remember, I said most of them are taught in German language. So, for you to study these programs, you need to have German proficiency. For example, this is a program called Slavonic Study. All right, this program is entirely taught in the German language, and for you to apply, you need to first of all check what is happening on the website. It is a 180 ECTS credit unit. It is full-time studies. Of course, the language of instruction is German and application mode is online. All right. Now, if you want to apply, when you click the particular program, you are going to see at the last stage, it is written application. You can now launch your application from here. And if I click online application now, it is going to carry me to another page where you can start the application. Here, you will be asked to select which study program or university when do you want to start the course. All right, here you can now decide if you are starting winter 2022 or summer 2022. But remember, before you click that I'm starting winter semester 2022, make sure that you already check the courses and it is still open, because if you submit an application here whereas the course has ended, you will not be assessed, you will not even get a reply. That is what a lot of students fail to understand. And now when you confirm the semester, let me take summer 2023, it will now navigate you to a page where you have to continue. Remember, at the hotline online, you have to fill the online application form, then you select a course, you sign those forms, you go to your profile, you fill in the details, you submit your application for study programs, and you go for the online exams. All right, then after everything is okay, if your decision is made, you will get the study visa. All right, you will then apply for the residence permit to stay in Austria. That is how this thing functions. Now let's look at more courses to know if we are actually on the right footing. All right, if we want to look at more courses at bachelor's degree level, just to confirm if actually they are all taught in French, they are all taught in the German language. Now let's look at archaeological studies and mathematics, but I'll be looking at archaeological studies. Let me quickly rush to the program website to see what is happening there. Apply online, and language of instruction is German, and of course it is a full-time program, Bachelor's of Arts. This one is still also another program. Now let's look at philosophy at faculties of Catholic theology. All right, if you look at philosophy, you will still see that the language of instruction is German, so there is no need wasting time on this particular program in case you do not have the German proficiency. What you need to do is to go to master's degree programs. All right, there is a video I have filmed already, you will watch it maybe before this or after this, where I talked about courses that are taught in English language in various universities at bachelor's degree level. All right, so now let's remember I said you can study diploma, teachers training, doctoral programs at the University of Innsbruck. Now let's go to master's degree programs. All right, let's take masters in English, so that we know what we are doing. Now if you look at the master's program, you will notice that some are in German, some are in English. For example, peace conflict studies, which is Masters of Arts, you will have the course being taught in English language respectively. All right, it is written here, so you have to check. And all master's degree programs, not all anyways, but most of them, you will have them being taught in the English language. So if you want to apply for the University of Innsbruck and they are asking for English proficiency, I would suggest that you go to your university, especially if you graduated from Boya, get the document, legalize it at the GCE board, or you go to the GCE board, get an English proficiency, you legalize, and of course you show to the officials. They also have sociology, all right, they have earth science, business law, cooperative literature, architecture, political science, religious education, and all the rest, including mathematics, pharmacy, archaeological study, linguistics. All right, for master's degree level. Of course, we still have bachelor's programs, and geography is the one we are going to be looking at. And looking at geography, the curriculum says secondary school completion certificate, which means that anyone from Cameroon can apply. Now if you are looking at how long the German program is going to take, it is 6 semesters, which is 3 years. Okay, so that is what is going to happen. Now when you fill in all the details at the website, all right, you select your programs, you submit the document, they will check your program. If you pass a certain requirements, you will be called out for an interview. There is a program I did for some of my students, all right, 2 Liberians, 1 Nigerian. They will be looking further for the results, and I pray they get it. So this is how you should, or what you should do when looking at the University of Innsbruck. Always navigate through the program portal in order to know what is happening there. All right, I hope this is helpful. Now let's look into the other aspects of the program, like if you already got admissions, because of course if you apply you will get an admissions. Okay, so if you get admissions at the University of Innsbruck, the best thing now you need to do is for you to apply for a student visa. But now, how do you apply for a student visa in case you do not know how to go about it? It is very simple. Okay, it is very simple. All you need to do is to take your certificates all to the embassy. All right, you apply for the visa. there is something there on the tuition fee section you need to understand. All right, the tuition fee has been broken down, so it is now left for you to check. All right, there is information for degree students from third world countries, there is degree students from developing countries. All right, all this information has been juxtaposed together, so you are now the one to decide where you want to apply to. All right, and citizens of third world countries, 726 euros in addition to tuition fee of this, which means that at the end of the day you are going to get something around 1600. Even if it doesn't reach 1600, it is still very much okay. So please verify all this information to know. Remember, you are going to be applying for a residence permit. Now, you cannot apply for a residence permit without the medical insurance. You need the medical insurance, you need all your certificates verified and legalized. All right, you need your acceptance letter, your international passport, a portfolio, or why you want to move to Denmark, something like that, just small, and you are good to go. Remember that if you do not write all of these things, you may not be able to prove yourself why you went on holidays. All right, so that is what you should know, because sometimes some people will start an application and go back on holidays, or let me say some people will be studying and they decide to leave their school campus. That is what I mean by you may not have anything to say when you are accused of holidays. All right, so remember, the tuition fee you are paying at the University of Innsbruck is immediately after you get admissions. All right, now you also need to apply for a visa. All right, after the admissions process, what do you need to do? You need to go on to the program website, you check what you need to submit. All right, check the banking details and how you are going to transfer the money for your first deposit of tuition fee. Also ask the authorities of the school, they can narrate all of these things for you. All right, now let's look at what you are going to be needing to apply for the visa at the embassy. I already talked about the requirements. All right, I want to also draw your attention to the fact that the money is very important. Like a blocked account, you need around 12,000 euros. All right, that is the amount you need. Somebody was telling me it's 5,000 euros. No, it is not correct, because if you want to remove your accommodation, your insurance, your taxes, it is not going to be enough. So just budget yourself for the 10,000 euros. All right, then you try from there. It may be possible for them to allow you, since they don't do the blocked account. The Austrian authorities or the Austrian embassy doesn't have the policy for bringing one, or maybe the policy that I have a child, I want to do this with a child. No, in as much as the child is alive and at a certain age, you can move on with your life. So that is how it is. All right, you can also move to Austria using your spouse, but you cannot use your spouse bank account. What do I mean here? You can apply and move to Canada, or maybe to Austria. All right, Canada or Austria, depending on where. But now we are talking about Austria. But anyways, you can move to any country in as much as you have sufficient and enough funds. Okay, because if the embassy look at your pay slips or probably your bank proof, they will realize that there is a gap. Oh, you cannot be able to sponsor yourself. They know people that are trying to play games. All right, that is the law, I must tell you. So if you are going closer to the embassy, tell them the truth. If you do not have money, show them documents to prove that you have a sponsor. It is going to be very simple and as ABC compared to when you want to start dragging. All right, a lot of people don't like to drag, so that is how it is. Now the embassy is in Abuja. Yes, those of you who were telling me that the verification and legalization is damn expensive, what are you going to do? You don't need to come to me and ask me what you need to do. If you have the money, the advice I can give you is invest the advice into yourself so you can make more money in the future. Look at the future. Don't look at what is present. You cannot be an international student. You want to move abroad. You are refusing to legalize your documents, all right? But first, remember I said check the legalization section on the embassy's website so that you know what you are doing. Now, I didn't find any information about legalization on the University of Innsbruck, but I think that if I want to check very well, I will obviously find it. So I will check later on to see if the procedure has changed or is still the same, because I checked recently. Now, when you apply for your visa, you need to board a flight, but I think that probably you may not be given the visa because you haven't paid your flight. So these are some of the petty things you need to know, all right, before you start making this journey. I hope this video helps somebody. Now, understand that in Abuja, you may be asked to pay a different currency from your own local currency. So if moving to Abuja to apply for a visa, always have your money in the neutral currency. You can always ask them, they will tell you anyways. I have their phone numbers in my phone. I have other details, you can always ask them. They will tell you. Sometimes I was talking to someone before, he or she gave me the phone number to chat with him well at the University of Innsbruck. So that is what you should understand, right? Make sure your documents are clean and straight to the point before you proceed. All right, I hope you heard something which makes sense. All right, guys, see you again in another one. Bye.